Show me on stream. There it is.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah,
I love
works.
test tech.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. And then assuming we switch back to the previous scene, it's just perfect.
All right, cool. It was a nice, lovely look. Right.
Hello. I guess firstly, I apologize for the random scene switching. We were trying to figure out some chat stuff. I guess welcome to our second live stream.
Hello. Yeah. Finally, we're finally back. It's been I think it's been like a month and a week since our last one.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know exactly how long it's been, but we are back and ready to work on the game a bit more. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think primarily we're planning on playtesting, right? Or are we? Doing more development?
I think we should break this particular stream up, but give me a quick moment. I'm gonna go ahead and send out that announcement in some of the other Discord.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm trying to find a way to say this correctly. Like, I'll be live working on Coffee Phantom's next game, Coffee Phantom Games game. I don't know, like, how to say that in a Discord that's not the Coffee Phantom Discord. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can just our game studio, Coffee Phantom Games, will be live doing development on our upcoming game.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm a regular Don Draper.
I don't understand that reference.
From the show Mad Men, he does copywriting for advertisements in the 50s.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I've really been trying to lean into this. I don't know if it's a good thing. I've been told by some people that it's not a good thing, and some people that it is. But I'm really leaning into this. Try not to be afraid of letting people know that you don't know something. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I have had people who are on one side of the fence, people who are on the whole other side of the fence. I mean, what do you think?
Oh, I am on the please let me know you don't know something side of the fence. Because
right, like
from a management standpoint, that's going to sound pretentious, but from like a management standpoint, like I really want to know if I'm telling someone or like giving some advice or some directions that they don't fully understand or they don't have the appropriate background to get. Because like I've had that happen where like someone had, like, they don't want to seem like they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they don't want to seem like they're not competent or that they don't. But it's fine to not know something. But it's one thing to not know something, and it's one thing to be so afraid to say that you don't know something that it would cause harm. Yeah, this turned into a management podcast suddenly. Which is not meant to be. Okay, so I made an announcement in the Constructed Chaos Discord, which thank you very much, Constructed Chaos, for having a community promo tab, which we will probably make some use of in the future. It's nice to be able to announce, working on a game and try to get some more information out there. Carter, are we sharing a screen at the moment?
No, we are sharing no screen.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, let's talk about what we're planning on doing for this stream. So, Carter, do you have any plans for the stream? I've kind of got a loose outline planned, but we don't have to follow it. This is not planned.
Yeah, so
a lot.
I am loosely planning on uh, mostly working on. I guess I have a ticket to allow players to build over water tiles. So I guess from the development side, that's what I'm planning on working on. And then I guess once we get to play testing, assuming we do that, I figure we'll kind of methodically walk through everything and try to kind of pinpoint bugs as they come up.
Okay.
Sure
Yeah,
we'll have bugs.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we will. That sounds good to me. I kind of had like a very choppy thought process for the stream, which is like splitting it into like 3 stages that are not even at all. Basically, the first stage, probably being the largest, is the development stage where we talk about what we're planning to work on, why we want to work on it, the how we're going to do it, the what, when, where, how, when. I think I said when twice, but you get what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. The second stage being our playtesting stage. So basically, we take everything that we've done, we commit it, we pull it down, we might even do a full build. I mean, why not just build the game rather than run it through the inspector? Or we could run it through the inspector just to see if something crashes and to know where it's crashing. Mm-hmm. And then our third step is just going to be our wind down stage where we play a game for fun. And I was thinking that might be the last,
Yeah. I think that's a good plan. I have, I guess, one request. Maybe we should consider cutting a build now based on develop, so that we don't have to worry about, or I guess based on main, we don't have a develop branch, but so that we don't have to worry about merging our individual development changes before we try to play test.
Oh, so you mean like
I take the current head of the repo and cut a build that we then use for playtesting. So just so we don't have to worry about like what we're currently developing.
Well, I think that's part of the thing. We want to include what we're doing today in what we're going to test, in what we're going to play test against each other, right?
Yeah, I guess we can do that. We'll just have to reserve some time to merge stuff.
Yeah, to handle some conflicts. Because what I'm thinking of doing is, so for everyone else, one of my tickets that I'm going to work on today is an update to one of our card images, and then I'm also going to be doing an update to make some of the pop-up text align with some of our other effects in the game. And that one in particular, I would like to have for when we're playtesting. So that way we can see where it is and isn't working. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, I'm thinking we include that and then be able to play test it and see it. But I do get what you're talking about, because if we gave ourselves a build right now, we can play test with it and not have to worry about our current changes. Do you think that should be our plan going forward?
I guess ultimately I'll leave that up to you. I just don't want to,
have to handle merge conflicts on stream.
Entertaining to watch us resolve merge conflicts. But we are working together like on a call, right? So we can coordinate what we touch and just make sure we're not changing the same stuff. So I don't think it's a big deal. I think we can work around it. Okay, but have we switched opinions now?
Okay, what if we flip the plan? What if we play test the game first, and then that we take notes as we go, and then we can develop and fix those things towards the end? And then if they merge nicely, we can do it again, see if it fixes. If they don't, we do it off stream and we play a different game.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Let's do that.
So that might eventually become a stream norm. I don't know how you feel about it, but we'll work through patterns. This is very, I want to keep saying a certain word. We don't really have a solid template for how to handle the streams yet. We kind of just want to do some development, talk with some people as we're developing the game, hopefully get versions of the game out to people to test at some point. But yeah, I guess let's go ahead with that. So, okay, so I have recently pulled down, and I don't know if you have, but we can go ahead and make a build and see how it works.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't pushed anything like in the last hour, right?
No.
Okay, then I have the
If
latest.
an hour was 6:30, I did push something at like 4:30.
No, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
An hour is in like 6:30. Since we've been talking, I've pulled.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess this is going to be the first time that we play our game on stream for everyone else. Prepare to be whelmed, not over or under, just whelmed, and adequate amount of whelming. Yeah, I already have build errors.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. I wonder if it has to do with build settings. I think so.
I don't have build errors.
Okay, let me try it. Let me try it again.
Okay. I can also switch to your screen here. We can take a look at. I can take a look at your screen.
Nah, it's just. I've numbered it. I've given it a number. Made it official. To be honest with you, I just pressed build and run. So I didn't like give it a path. I'm thinking maybe giving it a path will make it more official. I didn't look through very many of the errors. Just was kind of see if we can get it to work.
Right. Yeah,
I see.
Build settings are probably based on my PC. So.
Yeah. I see Chris put in what Carter said. I don't know if that was a reference to. Is that a reference to whether or not someone knows something or not?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay. So, Carter, what are you hoping to achieve with this with this test game that we're going to do?
Well, so this is also the first time we have played it over Steam together. So yes. I'm just going to methodically click a million buttons and see what breaks.
Yeah, we're also we are doing it via a build. We're not doing it in the inspector right now. So if anything breaks, we're not going to know exactly what it was. Back. Yeah.
Well, so I made a development build, so it'll at least give me like a stack trace if it hard crashes.
All right. Fancy. We all ignore my Avast alerts.
I'm also going to turn off the music on my side.
Same. Oh, that's an error.
That's fun.
All right. I'm going to have to figure out why that's happening. Did I bring a pen in here? I did not. All right. Notepad. Let's go. My game just crashed? No, it's fine.
Okay.
I think it was me pressing notepad.
Yeah, my volume is also over 9,000. Huh. Okay. Yeah, let's make a note of it.
Yeah.
Oh, something else, I guess while we're making notes, the only way to switch to full screen is while you're playing the game. You can't do it from the main menu.
That's a good point. We might want to eventually do a setting option that lets people flip between strips, like full screen and like bordered. Mm-hmm. Because we don't have that option.
We do, but only from the pause menu while you're playing the game.
Oh, okay.
Which,
yeah,
same is true for quitting the game, by the way.
What do you mean? Oh, you can't quit the game except from in the game
to quit the game. Yeah.
Well, this is a thing that I do very often. You can ask some of the other people who have played some of my test games in the past. I often don't include a quit game because I want you to sit there and play it for the rest of your life. No, I know Alt4 exists, and that's just been the way that I quit games forever. So I'm sorry that I don't have a dedicated button to quit a game, but we'll make one. We'll add one. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a deck.
Oh yeah, that's
all right.
That's a good idea. I will also make a deck.
All right. First thoughts. The deck creation screen is it's a bit miffed.
Yeah, mine is wonky. Yours looks the same.
Yeah. So hey, at least they're the same. Yeah. I'm wondering why we're getting such strange UI differences.
Yeah, because that works perfectly in the inspector.
Yeah, it works really well in the inspector. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and try to. I'm gonna go ahead and try and see if I get it to work.
You actually can't build a deck because you can't scroll on the right.
Yeah, you can. You can click and drag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and build a deck. Now you can see your screen. I guess I can see yours right now.
Yeah.
No counter built. All right, let's. Let's see.
Yeah, we don't have enough champions currently to build anything crazy.
I think we're rounding around 15 champions right now, which I think is still pretty good. I think when we go to do our first build for, actually, are we at 15 champions? I think we're at 17. I didn't do a strict count. I just loosely went through, but I think we've got a decent amount. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, so some of the things on the right don't ungray out. So you can't click them multiple times. All right, let me write that down.
Yeah, I can't add the same frog to the deck.
But like I think if we replace it. Oh, interesting. I replaced the Soctopus. But it didn't unclear Soctopus, but it uncleared the thing I used to replace it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, we might just need to take another pass through some
and
UI stuff.
I added the snail, and it didn't gray out the snail. Oh, okay. I think it's... And
it's
then,
just the
now
leftmost column, maybe?
No, you know what I think it is? I think if you use the right column to select multiple things, like let's say you select lightning frog, and then you're like, I didn't want lightning frog, I wanted muscle snail. Yeah. And then it unselected lightning frog for me. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna really have to go through. We're gonna really have to go through this. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna add this to my notepad. See, kids, this is why you play test your games.
Do you want to do one thing that might potentially break it and or cause a crash? You want to try to save it without a name?
Oh, that's a great idea. Oh yeah, that works.
Oh, fun. Okay.
That works. I mean, that's fine with me. I mean,
it's a feeture.
We'll see. That might break the network game, but we'll see.
Well, it's probably going to break the save, right? You're just going to have an empty string. It's not going to know what to do when you start it again.
Right.
Which, that's okay.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how we want to fix that thing on the right. Now we're in the game. I'm going to check out the index page. The index page is also a little miffed. You can slide up and down, and the card on the right works, but the display list on the left is not really good. All right, are you going to host or am I going to host?
That's just got to be a scaling thing. I'll let you host, and I'll switch us off to the blank scene while we get that set up.
All right, my host button isn't working.
Do you want me to try?
Yeah, you try it, host.
My host button works.
Your host button works?
Yeah.
I don't
The
know why.
fun thing is, I'm not entirely sure I know how to invite you.
You just invite me through Steam. You pull it up on our little Steam window, and you can. Yeah.
Did that work?
It just asked me to install Space War. Oh, you know what I did?
It's showing you as not playing.
It's showing me as not playing. I wonder if I'm having some sort of if my build is not working for some reason, like my Steam manager isn't working.
You know what? Do you have the text file in there?
I might not. Let me see.
Steam appid.txt inside your build folder. I'll switch back to your screen if that's okay.
Yeah. Well, where's this supposed to be specifically? Just in the build folder somewhere?
So at the same level as the exe. And I will send you the file over Discord.
I'm going to go ahead and Alt F4 out of my game. So that's how you quit. And I'm going to add that file.
Yeah. So that file is the thing that tells Steam what game you're playing. At least that's how it works right now, since we don't have Steam registration.
I thought we had it set up to where whenever we build, it automatically puts that file in the place.
No, I don't think we did. I have it as part of the installer, but not as part of the build process.
All right, now I'm on Space War, but I believe, I got to rebuild my deck. So give me a moment.
Oh, is that because it was blank, or it doesn't save currently?
Oh, we don't currently save the decks.
Okay,
in
cool.
Between. I don't think that'll stop us from putting a first build out and letting like people we personally know test the game. But I do think it's something I would want before we put it on a more public setting.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm okay with it being a super alpha release, because I imagine we send it to friends and then we end up playing with them.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to do no name. You laughing at my choices?
No, I'm laughing at the fact that you're still doing no name, but I guess that's the test networking.
Okay, I tried to accept your invite, but I didn't get anything. Oh, okay. Wait, no, I just said join game. I wonder if...
Well, I backed out.
Oh, okay.
So that might cause all sorts of fun problems.
Okay. All right, I hosted. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I need to cut this part out. It looks like I can select no name, no problem.
Okay, awesome.
Where are you at? I've sent you an invite. I would not be red. I would be a nice seafoam.
Chris said, I heard personally no. I don't know what that's in reference to.
I heard personally no. What do you mean, Chris? Oh. Carter, were you able to connect?
I am not able to join you.
No. Why not? I guess, all right, I just backed out. Can you try and host and then invite me?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, mine's still broken. I can't press host again. It's the same bug that we had before.
What, that whenever you host, you can't stop? Do it again?
So I attempted to host and then backed out, and now I can.
I was able to do it. See how I backed out? I can do it.
Oh, here it goes. Okay, I had to click it a lot.
Chris, we're hoping to send out versions to people that we personally know, kind of to test it out before we would place it in a way that other people could access it. Other people being anyone on the Discord who decides they would like to follow the progress of the game. What's the opposite of a seafoam green? I don't know. Splatoon? No, that's blue. Opposite of orange is blue, right?
Yeah, well, seafoam green's pretty close.
I'm trying to go with the Splatoon.
I went red and yellow.
So I pressed ready and it put me in the game.
Yeah, I'm in the game too.
Okay, you're in the game too. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, so we're now in the game. On my screen, there's no button, no select options because I am player 2. In the top left and right, we have some UI showing off which player's turn it is. It's currently Carter's turn because he's the host and first player. But we don't have an update for what phase it is until. I guess I'll go ahead and add that in.
We should add a note for that.
Yeah. Game.
Okay, all the controls work so far.
Okay. Yeah, it's something else I could do on stream. If I finish everything else early, I might start working on Chris's character on the stream. That UI doesn't look so bad. It's pretty far, but it looks fine. That's funny. That's the one that I have to redo.
The return to room button is overlapping with the close button.
Okay. That
might be something.
We could probably remove the return to room button.
Yeah, we could move it to the pause menu, which I don't have.
You don't have the pause menu?
Nope, pause menu doesn't work. Add that to the list.
Oh, the pause menu does not work for me either. If it's just escape.
Yeah, it's just escape.
Why'd you put them there?
Because I'm afraid.
All right. So something that I've noticed earlier is, I don't know if you're seeing this, but player 2 has the old tutorial highlights.
I had it as well.
Oh, you had it as well? Okay. That's okay. I kind of like that. In a way, it's kind of a touching back to what we did previously. I have a problem. Where did Queen Bee and Lightning Frog come from? And yeah, and they're not grayed out on my side, but only 2 of my cards are grayed out. How does that work?
Yeah, I didn't notice that when I did it because I actually have those frogs.
Yeah.
We should add, I guess if you're making notes, the player who's not currently in control, I think should still be able to mouse over stuff.
Yeah, let's go ahead and add that too.
Yeah, because I'm basically just sitting here. There's nothing for me to interact with.
Yeah.
I can zoom in really close. Oh, hey. Our castle gets real wonky whenever you zoom in.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Here, let me share my screen.
Man, do I just not own these? Oh, okay. Apparently that gave me bicycle stand though.
Yeah, there's a shader issue with the castle. Oh, wait. Don't stop. Stop clicking stuff.
Okay.
1 second. Okay.
What's happening?
You can keep going. So on my side, I can now highlight hexagons based on what you can build. I was trying to click it to see if I could force you to build something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, no, the second player can still highlight tiles that they're normally allowed to highlight, and you can still mouse over things. I see that.
Well, so it's based on phase. When we were in the selection phase, I couldn't do anything.
Ah, okay. It's in the selection phase. Got it.
But if you look at what I'm allowed to highlight, it's where you are allowed to build, which is interesting.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, gosh, the player who's not going should probably.
That's an easy fix. I feel like the player who's not going should not be allowed to highlight any hexagons. Just in-play champions.
By the way, this is a good moment, Carter. I'm going to have you swap streams or whose screen you're seeing. But for everyone else at home, you may notice that on both of our screens, while they are perfectly mirrored to each other, that our colors are different. We recently went with a decision, and Carter implemented it. That was to allow us to select your own color and then your opponent's color, and it's basically a client-side color choice. So whatever color you pick doesn't affect what color the other people are seeing. So I just want to take a moment to add that, because that was not a thing the last time that we showed the game, even though we didn't play the game on stream, we were just showing it off, or showing off development. All right. So can I keep going?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. I'm gonna go big time. Give us some guys. Moving on over. Is that supposed to work? Actually, I'm gonna do 4 spaces. Yeah. All right. Blammo. All right. I'm gonna zigzag. I'm gonna get you. I could have used another build.
Yeah, I did stop you in the middle of building.
Something that might also be worth is that I don't know if we have a very clear way to tell people how much building something costs. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I can't mouse over anything and select.
This is a bad play strategically, but I want to test if the ice frog can heal the tower. Well, I can't summon the ice frog, so it's a moot point. Yeah, I can't summon anything. Okay.
I'm gonna get you. That's why it's good that you can summon. How dare you? This is why it's a good idea to be able to summon multiple, or have multiple frogs in one menu. All right, Carter, I see what you're doing. This is going to be just a race now. All right. We might also want to have like a your turn banner or something like that. You know what I mean? Or like a sound effect.
Yeah.
Also, I think I just noticed, but when you build things and when you hit things, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, fun. Okay.
All right, so
I will
keep that in mind. Yeah.
I definitely heard it when you did it.
All right, I'm going to tell you. Did you? I heard it when I did it, but I just figured it was on my end.
Let me double check that I'm not hearing it through your screen share.
Something I want to add. I summoned the wizard frog and the snail frog. I summoned the wizard frog and the mini snail, but they are not grayed out, or they did not get used in my selected.
Interesting. Okay.
And did your guys get used? Did you notice?
Yeah, they did. I'll double check that so I only summoned one. I'll check next go round.
Also, give me a moment to add something else. Let me see. Players should be able to mouse over the grid in the select phase, and then okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and start doing some more stuff. Oh heck yeah! Let's see if we can do that. We've got a thing in mind.
You probably have the exact same idea that I had.
Damn it! Yeah. Oh no, that's enough. Heck yeah!
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna do.
Heck yeah! I don't. Oh no, I do have no. Kablamo.
Just enough pips. That is one muscly frog.
He is. He
Or
is.
snail, I
He's
guess.
very toned, ready to go. Right. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do some kind of reclaiming of land here.
See,
I'm not convinced.
I have a very different idea.
So on my end, my ghost pips above my muscle snail are still visible.
Interesting. Okay. So the one I summoned got played. That's what we wanted. And I'm going to swap this guy out for the muscle snail. And do stupid things. I can't roll multiple summon to save my life.
Dude, that's why I loaded my deck with summons. Bike snails have good summon. That's why it worked. You need the bike snails to work out so you can have the muscle snails.
Okay, that does not heal.
That
my
does
game
not heal
crashed.
the tower. No. So maybe that's the problem. It tried to heal the tower and it crashed.
I am not entirely. Oh,
hey, wait! It moved on.
Yeah, I hit the done button, but nothing else works.
Okay.
We should write that down. I don't know exactly why it did that, but something happened.
All right, I wrote this down exactly. Ice Frog tried to kill the tower and everything borked.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was literally it couldn't find anything to heal and it just got stuck in an infinite loop.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be whatever. I don't think you could beat me right now, considering none of my guys get used. I mean, are your guys getting used whenever you?
Oh yeah, they are.
Okay, dude, all pips. Let's just melt that tower. Hit it from afar. Game over.
So mine shows player 2 wins. Yours does not.
Mine does not. Let me see. I'm gonna watch it on your end. Oh, can you swap screens for me?
Yeah, it should be on mine now. Go back to the video works. This is a very valuable exercise. We found so much stuff that needs to be tweaked.
Yes, we did. And I'm hoping that they're not the worst things in the world. But this is very good because let's take it from the top. Let's talk about what we found here for everyone who maybe is joining us in the middle or people who need to see. So there's a thing in game development, depending on how much you've worked in your own games or haven't, that is, and in many things, not just game development, the idea that the more times you have a loop through something or cycle through doing something, cycle through playing it, how much playtesting you get, the more and more refined and better your game will usually get. Now, there's a lot of limits to that and a lot of exceptions. You know, you could playtest the same game and keep adding new features forever, but at some point, the game needs to be considered complete. You know, you need something code-free. But as you work on more stuff, the more and more times you get to test it and play it, the better it'll become. For us, we have not gotten to play the game much. We've spent a lot of time working on the different systems and the different techniques for getting everything to work for the game. This is the first time that we've played it probably together in any official capacity, and we streamed it to everybody. Which is pretty cool.
There was a 6-month effort to get the networking going.
Yeah, it took a very long time to get everything working. Really, really cool to be able to sit down and look at it. And yeah, we did get a lot of really good information. Carter, I think we actually got enough information that I'm convinced we won't have a build to hand out to somebody anytime soon in the next week.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we've definitely got a lot of stuff to work through. So let's take it from the top. We'll talk through everything, see what we found. Very first thing that we found were the volume sliders. Whenever we click the volume slider, which we saw the volume was set all the way to 100%, but for some reason it said 10,000%. I don't know why that's the case.
I do. It's an issue with player prefs. We're trying to load a player pref that doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
Well, nothing's been stored in it. So
I just thought it would have been a slider. Is it because the code for the slider directly pulls from player prefs?
Yeah, so when you start the game, it pulls your last settings from player prefs, but because you've never changed the settings, there's nothing stored in player prefs. So I just need to add like an if statement that checks if it exists. Cool.
Then there we go. Going to deck building. I didn't even write down the UI being an issue, but it definitely is. Cards don't ungray when they're added to a deck, and you can't add the same champion to a deck or remove. This is actually, we're not sure that that's actually true. We need to do a little more testing. We just know that it's not as foolproof as we want it to be. However, we did notice that this happens whenever a player selects multiple options on the right before adding it to a deck. Basically, if you're indecisive, Carter, in what I'm seeing on your stream right now is like if you pick Muscle Frog or you pick some other Muscle Snail, or if you pick some other snail and then decide to pick one of the frogs, it'll gray out the snail and the frog, and then when you add the frog, it'll ungray the snail, but the frog will be permanently gray. You can't add it anymore.
But that's not entirely the case. Like, did you see this octopus just now?
I guess show me another example.
Yeah, so it didn't change my mind. Let me find one that...
Yeah, if you don't change your mind, it works fine. Like after you've added a card.
Well, but not necessarily, because I just did the Earth Frog, and it got grayed out, and I can't do anything with it now.
Well, you didn't add it to the deck. Oh no, you did just now.
No, I did.
Okay.
So it's just certain ones for whatever reason.
Certain ones. That is weird. Anyway, this is going to take some investigating. Obviously, we're just figuring out that we have problems to look through. But thank you for being patient with me, Carter. I am watching the stream like just as it comes through, so it's a little delayed for me. Okay, I'm kind of pleased though that giving it no name for the deck worked. We didn't comment on it earlier, but I gave my deck no name and I could still select it.
Right.
Yeah. Froggy's 3. Okay, let's go to the next one. So everything else was now game issues. So I had everything split up between like what happened in the settings tab, what happened in the deck building tab, and now what happened in the game tab. What happened in the game tab? Everything. Everything happened. First thing, the phase text was empty. Like what phase the game is in was empty on the first turn. It should say select phase. Yeah, that's it. It should say select phase. Oh, what's another thing? Carter, if you don't mind, could you click versus and host the game, but not actually start one? Like, don't invite me. Just host it and open that scene.
Yeah, so if you see, my host button doesn't work.
Oh, your host button's not working? Can you?
Yeah.
If you click it a bunch, it doesn't start it up either?
Well, we'll get there. This is kind of what it was doing before.
Huh. Mine still works off of the load. I wonder why We're getting. Let's see. I'm gonna add that to our list.
Okay. Yeah, it's just flat out not working. I'll close the game and restart.
Well, you can go ahead and swap into my screen briefly, which I guess it is.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and show. I'm gonna go ahead and show this off. So one of the things that I want to change on this screen. So there's quite a few. This is kind of a in development, trying to get the network to work. We're gonna get rid of this black box on the left where it says players, player one, not ready. This is kind of a mirror default, which we're using mirror for some of our netcode. So we're going to need to make a change to that. Now, here's another thing. You see where it has 0 and then not ready and then player name not ready. I want to edit this to be everyone's Steam ID or their Steam names at some point. So I might want to go ahead and make that a change. Okay. And the biggest reason that I want to do this as well is, Carter, I think when we go to the next scene, when the game is, we should actually have the player's name in the top left of whose turn it is,
Yes.
rather than player one or player two.
Yes.
All right. Now that might take a little finesse too, because we may want games in the future that don't pull from Steam, but for the moment. But I guess we could still use Steam name, doesn't matter. All right. Carter, you brought up one point earlier, which is the return to room button is over the X in the menus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and back out of this on mine. That I'm hoping is an easier fix. We might just be able to get that to. Might just be able to get rid of it once we get rid of the black box that comes with the room menu. We might also be able to get rid or add an option like it on the pause menu, which the pause menu wasn't working.
Yes. Yes.
And I think I know why that is. I'm going to go ahead and go to Steam. Not Steam. I'm going to go ahead and go to Unity real quick and see if I can quickly figure out what it is.
I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet I only added it to network development, not.
I think that's the case, but there is a pause menu controller in the online game room.
Yeah, but maybe the button press isn't being handled. Press and escape.
Maybe. Oh, I didn't have it playing. I guess I could put it on real quick. I'm not getting anything on escape. Is there a...
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that's what it is.
Is there a setting here for the escape button? Or is it from input controller? Oh, it might need input controller might need to get updated.
Yeah, I'm looking at network development right now to figure out what it is, but that's almost definitely what it is because it works on network development.
Yeah, because I remember whenever I was including the pause menu controller in this setting, I probably just didn't update input controller. So maybe if we just copy input controller in, it should work.
No, it's not that.
No,
there's nothing to change in input controller.
I guess yeah, because input controller still takes from the same asset or the same action asset.
Yeah, it's Can you? I'm trying to compare and contrast the two scenes. Can you go to the pause menu controller?
In which scene?
Just in the scene you're in. Oh no, not network development. In the other one.
In online gaming.
Yeah. Okay, that's all correct. Then go to Nope, that should just work. Yeah, because we're listening for the input controller main menu event, which should just be in there. Oh, you know what? It probably does need. Can you look at the input controller? It probably does need an update to point it to the function.
I'm looking at the input controller right now.
Yeah, so hit the events drop down. And then go to player. Yeah, it's the last one on the bottom.
Yep. It needs a new one.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to make this update right now. Carter, you can probably make it your end if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's it'll definitely what it is.
Okay. Well, I'm just not going to add it to our list because what we're going to end up doing for everyone on stream or whoever's watching this as a recording, we're going to be taking this and basically putting them in the Jira tickets. We probably won't be working on these issues at this moment, but we'll probably be working on some of our other issues that we've already got. But did you include it?
No, leave it in the list for me. Because I don't know. Well, so I don't know. It'd be better to coordinate whoever's going to touch this scene.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right. So going down the rest of the list, players have old tutorial highlights. I have this there, but I don't know how much I think we need to change it. What are your thoughts on that?
I think we need to change it. So the entire game, I had one champion blinking because I never wanted to use it. So at the very least, maybe we only do that.
Really, it should have stopped. The game. It should have stopped blinking after your first turn. It really kept blinking the whole time?
Yeah, the top right champion just blinked the whole time.
All right.
Because I never selected it. It only stops blinking when you click it.
All right. After we made an update, players have old tutorial highlights wanting to be refined to only happen on first game and first turn.
Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah, that works.
Player 2 started with cards selected that were not in their roster and had cards in roster grayed out that weren't selected. Yeah, that's just flat out wrong.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with the games controller that we use needing we just need like an if statement for how we pull those selected cards. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just there's a default set.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think it was giving me your guys. And I think, do you know what I mean? Because I think you had normal frog, night frog, and queen bee as your first three.
No.
No? Okay. Maybe it is a default then. All right.
We can test that some more, but I think it was just some default set.
Okay. Player who isn't in control can mouse over things the player who is in control can use. You commented on this earlier. That we don't know whether or not this was something that was a bigger deal or not, but probably something that seems a little hokey.
Yeah, I don't think that's critical to be able to deliver to like an initial alpha build, but it's definitely confusing.
Yeah. Go ahead and do I'm going to add that not critical statement to it.
And I guess in the same vein, I would like to be able to mouse over champions in the selection phase.
Actually, that's the next comment.
Okay.
Players should be able to mouse over the grid, but do not do actions in the select phase. Following that, and I have that as just like one that we should do. Get it fixed, get it done. Player 2's selected champions were not used after being summoned. So that was happening for me. I would use a card and then it wouldn't be considered used on my roster. I think that's more games controller updates that need to be made. Maybe rules controller, because that's actually doing the summoning. All right, here's one.
That might actually be a networking thing. We might need to test that some more, because it seemed like they were being marked as used on my side. So for whatever reason, it might only be the client.
Right. I wonder. Yeah, I think you're right. We're just gonna have to do some more testing to know the extent of how far that goes, because I just had a thought that I don't think was happening, but if it's only looking at your end, which would mean it's not a networking issue, then if I played something, then maybe it gets used in your end, but I don't think that was the case. But I don't know if we looked at it that closely.
I didn't explicitly pay attention to that, but I don't think that's the case, because after you played the wizard, I was able to add it to my selection.
Okay. Yeah. Then that makes sense. Okay. So next is pips still visible after mousing over a champion and moving to the next turn. Yeah. So this is an issue where you mouse over a champion who's on the edge of the map, and then as you mouse over to hit the done button, because the mouse is not raycasted onto another hex, it doesn't remove the pips from your vision.
That's not what it is.
No?
It's based on phase. So when the other player switches to the selection phase, we no longer raycast to anything.
That's not what it is. Because it happened on my end before I hit the done button to go to you. It's not when the player goes to the select. It's not when the other player does something.
Oh, okay, then it's both. Because it happened to me when you hit the done button.
Okay, well that would make sense because it happened to you and I had the done button. But when I was moused over my muscle snail and then I went to the done button, it left it on the muscle snail. That's what I was saying.
Okay. Okay.
So I think you're right. We're seeing both things happen. I wonder how that would be fixed. If there's like a way to just like hide all these things whenever a done button is selected or the done button is pressed or something like that. Or a way to. Well, I'm just thinking of one or the other, because if you do it on the done button is selected, then it can work for someone who's mousing over something and then the new turn happens. But if you do it for whenever you mouse off of something, it only works for the person who's in control at that moment.
Well, I don't think it. No, so I think we don't want to clear it for the other player. Like if I hit the done button, we don't want to clear it for you, because you still want to be able to be in control of your side, like pretty deterministically.
Yeah.
So I think the solution is that we simply just do raycasting in the selection phase. Well, and then
I guess you're right. If we do raycasting in the selection phase, then when does it matter? Because you can just mouse over something and it'll be gone anyway.
Right. Well, and we could kind of cheatsy doodle it and just do a big invisible plane.
Yeah, if the raycast is something. Yeah, you're always raycasting something. That's actually a good idea, because I think we would want to do a situation where, let's say I'm in control, and it's the situation I was describing. Like I mouse over a guy who's on the edge, and then I mouse off of him. I think it makes more sense that the pips go away when I mouse off of him anyway.
Right. Yeah, because it would be difficult to track no longer mousing on something, just based on how that core loop works.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe we do have like an invisible raycast plane. It's probably not a bad idea. Okay. Pips still visit. Yeah, that's the same thing. All right, here's the interesting one. Ice Frog tried to heal the tower and everything borked. Any thoughts on what that was?
That's gotta be some sort of infinite loop. So when I fixed the distance-based neighbor calculation for the hexagons, I left in all of the old wonky weird functions. So I have to imagine the action for that is using the old infinite loop function.
Okay.
And then it never found any frogs, so it just kept going out.
It just
forever.
kept going, and then it stopped when you hit the done button.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. We've only got 2 more. Host sees who wins, and the client does not. That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
simple.
I think that's just a client RPC. We just need to call some function on the other side too.
Yeah, I don't think that one's too bad. And then the player identifier should use the Steam name. I added this at the end while we were talking about Steam names on the room scene. So yeah, that's everything that we saw just through one demo of playing the game. I mean, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I think that was a beneficial playthrough. I mean, that's the first time we've played it in 6 months at least.
Yeah, because it's been a while. I mean, for everyone else, I mean, we started this game working for a game jam, and it's gone through a lot of changes since then, like a lot of changes. We had it playable locally at one point, and doing the netcode for it kind of put us on this big hiatus. We were just sitting down trying to get it to work on Steam, working on it for multiple months, and now we're able to play it again. Back then we had different versions of builds, different settings. Like you could set how many hexes were on the map, and we're still planning on getting to that. We probably want to even do that before we do one of those outgoing builds.
Yeah.
We'll work on that as we get there. But the builds were very different. If you look at our YouTube channel, Coffee Family Games on YouTube, you can see a trailer that we made back then on the local version of the game, and you can see the different maps that we were able to create and use, which is all using wonderful hex code that Carter worked on. So, all right. Now that we've done that, Carter, what are your thoughts? What would you like to do next? You want to just spend some time working on our individual tickets we already have? I've got this notepad that we can throw in the Jira tickets later. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that works. That works because we
Cool.
probably want to divvy those up and coordinate based on what has to be changed.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I also think we'll want to figure out how they work in different scenes, and I mean, Carter, you and I have talked about it, but trying to get more into, especially for me, trying to get more into using branches a little bit more as we start to work on different, or if we have to touch the same scene or work on things, so that way it's just easier to merge or easier to deal with later.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I guess we'll just start working on some of our individual tickets and things. I'm planning on fixing the Dark Priest Frog image first. It should be an easy fix, and then I'm going to work on the damage numbers fix, which damage numbers did not show up in the demo because they only applied to very basic attacks on very basic enemies. And we need to just generalize that more.
Yeah.
Carter, what are you planning on working on?
Yeah, I'm going to work on the ability for players to pave over enemy water tiles. If our playtest had gone any longer, I was going to barricade my tower with water tiles.
Oh, so is that what you thought I was going to do?
That's what I thought you were going to do.
Oh, okay. No. I didn't have that plan at all. I just wanted to spawn buff snail and smash face with muscle snail. I really liked that muscle snail. It didn't come through much in the game, but I really like the muscle snail has nothing else on him but the build side for the dice. And so you have to get the ability to summon him through the summon sides of other champions. And I just think it worked really well. Yeah, I mean, I just got lucky on that roll. And then If I was smart, I would have did it on the first turn because player 2 has that second advantage, or the extra 2 points to everything. That might cause a problem in the future,
though. Why?
Well, maybe it's not a problem. I mean, maybe that's just the advantage. I think it's just going to cause a little bit of game design kind of walkthrough that we need to think about a little more, because I guess it just fits there with the second player can get a stronger champion out early.
Well, that's a good point. I think in the long run, balancing is going to be difficult because the point values are so small, right? The change from like 1 pip to 2 pips is astronomical in terms of like what you can do.
Yeah. 1 pip to 2 pips in any direction is very big. It's very big change. I mean, I think that's part of why playtesting the game is going to be so important. It might not be too long before we decide that, rolling dice gives you 10 of something rather than 1 of something. And we increase it by those numbers to make it easier to balance. Because, if that would give us more wiggle room for deciding different points and stuff. Because at the moment, it's pretty easy to do any of these things. With that change would also come some UI changes, because we probably start instead of using multiple images of the UI to show the cost of something, we might just use the symbol of the UI next to a number.
Oh, right. Actually, that's we've done full circle, because didn't we originally have that in the game jam?
Did we? I can actually tell you right now, because if we go to the main menu, we can see what the old game jam cards looked like. Because that's what the decks look like.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're right. Because we did do that. We did heart 20, sword 10, defense 20. When attacking and defending were different stats. I don't remember exactly how many there were, but for everyone else, we had multiple different stats in the game. We had movement stats, we had attack stats, we had defense stats, we had build stats, we had summon stats. And yeah, man, we have done a lot of stuff with this game. We've been working on this game for a while.
Yeah, I think we've refined it. I think.
Yeah, because
it used to be ridiculously complicated.
Yeah, do you remember the turn limit?
Yeah.
So for everyone else, the game jam had a limitation that was a turn limitation or limited time, and that made it really weird for a turn-based game. It makes sense if you do like a limited number of turns, but it really didn't mash up with what we were planning.
No, we got to the last day of the game jam and we said, "Oh, we're not following the theme."
It slapped it on.
Yeah.
Which also, for anyone who tries to play that game, makes the first level the hardest, because we didn't give them access to really basic tools like the early frogs who have one of the particular stat they're good at. Yeah. But yeah, I think we've done a good bit of refining, and yeah, we might end up going back to what that UI looked like in the past, just through further refining. By the way, for everyone else online, Carter, in maybe 15 minutes, I'm gonna jump on the V Rising and make sure our castle doesn't get raided. I'm just gonna have that running on the side. If you're watching this, don't raid us. You're not gonna know where we are. And then if we do get raided, I guess you're gonna get a stream treat. Us scrambling to defend somewhere.
Watch us panic.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on getting some of my images and backing out of the build. I was still pretty happy with that. I mean, we got to basically play a full game for our first time ever.
Yeah.
That's a big achievement.
Yeah, we got to a win screen.
We got to it. Well, you did.
We've got too many action wheels now.
Too many action wheels.
I guess that's
something else I want us to do. It's by the way, I don't know if you did it, but when I just noticed it. I put myself on do not disturb, and I'm not getting notifications when anyone goes online. But they are coming up on my laptop.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I put myself on do not disturb.
Okay, cool. Yeah, what were we just talking? We were talking about too many action wheels, too many actions.
Yeah, there's too many action wheels, but I think that's okay actually. I'd rather it be specific based on what you click than have a bunch of confusing generic stuff.
Yeah, I think I'd like to something that we talked about earlier, but I didn't put on the list. Something I will probably put on eventually is it's not very clear when building how much something costs. I think when you use an action like with a champion, how many pips it costs is kind of obvious, kind of.
Yeah.
But I think building is not so obvious.
Everything costs 1.
Does everything cost 1?
Yeah. Anytime you use a build action, it just costs 1 build.
Even to put down water or steal someone else's build. I thought stealing a build took 2.
No, stealing takes 1, but you only get the 1 hexagon. You don't get the big block.
Right. Mm. Oh well, if everything takes 1, then I think it's probably fine. I might still want to eventually add it because everything has a text. When you steal something, there's the text. When you build a water tower, there's text. When you, so we could just add the build icon at the front of it, and it'll be fine.
Here,
look, it's already there?
Yeah, look at my screen. It's already
there. My thing's delayed, but I'm watching your confusion on the stream. Yeah, look, it is there.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I'm just making stuff up.
Because originally the water cost more, and we had 2 there. But I think it costs 1 now.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I was thinking. Why did the water cost go down?
The water cost went down because build now gives you a block of hexagons instead of a single hexagon. Remember, the initial building used to be way more expensive because you'd only get 1. So then I made the water more expensive. But then once building got cheap and you got a block, I made the water cheaper.
Okay.
Which it's easy to tweak.
That all tracks. We can always change. Not only tweaking, I mean, we'll see what happens once people get their hands on the game and start to get play testing. All right, not to be totally silent on everyone, but I am replacing a card image for our Dark Priest Frog champion. Our Dark Priest Frog champion was recently changed, and so I'm updating their card art.
Yeah, I am also very quiet. I'm adding a new action wheel. Which I'm going to regret calling this the solidify button, but that makes the most sense.
Solidify button? Wait, what's this action wheel doing?
So this one's turning water back into land.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Solidify button. There they are. Oh, that's right. I took these in the Ace Bright before I did anything else with them.
Oh, did you? You like squished them down or something?
No, so I guess if you want to flip on over to me, I'll show you how I do it. So for everyone else, if you want to see how you get an image. So right here, we make all of our sprites magic voxel. So I created this frog. And what I do is when I export an isometric pixel sprite rather than like a 3D object. And what that gives you is a image like this, where it basically takes from each of the four sides, if my computer ever loads, this image. And so we only want one of these images, which is this one. I don't know if you can see which one I'm circling, but we only want that one. So what I end up doing is I take it in the Aseprite afterwards. So I'll just drag that picture in the Aseprite and see it crop it out.
Yeah, then you get rid of the extra 256 pixels.
I get rid of the most of them. Some of our pictures aren't exactly cut evenly. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I pretty much do it this way, and then that's how we end up getting the image. Yeah, and I think the background's already done on the cards. I don't think I have to add a background, so I usually just add this. So let's go ahead and see how that works whenever I add it. Go through my filings. All right, sweet. It automatically took the card and did all the same clamping and all that stuff. So card should work. Card should work. Because I basically just overwrote what was already there. I guess I'm going to go ahead and start the game and see if it works properly.
Nice. That's easy enough.
Yep, there we go. Updated sprite. I forgot we named them the Necromancer. We would call him Dark Priest Frog this whole time, but he had a name.
That's a good name. I forgot about that.
Oh, I gotta change his quote.
Oh, yeah, you sure do.
Every time I think I'm done, pulls me back in. Which I didn't do a branch for any of this, man. I'm out of it already.
Is he the one that you can, in theory, resurrect a dead frog or champion?
If in theory means we never got it to work, then yes.
Yeah. In theory means we never did it, but the intention is that's how it works.
Well, yes and no. We never did it. The intention is that we were going to do it at some point, which is why it was the Necromancer.
Mm-hmm.
But we still haven't done it because, and Carter, you know a lot of these things. I basically am just reiterating everything to get my own thoughts across, but also explain it to everyone else. When we do our actions, a lot of our actions like moving and attacking are done with like a factory setting. Thus, we have to create how these things happen, and then we tweak different values to make it work the way that we want. We don't currently have a resurrection action, mostly because it would have to use some form of UI. And as you've seen through our demo, we already have UI work to do. So we've kind of slowly been working through it. I think we're hoping to get this to happen at some point. We just haven't done it yet. Sorry if that was a lot more than you were expecting, Carter.
I take
Give
personal
the backstory.
offense. I take personal offense that you called it a factory pattern. It's not a factory pattern.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm very
Would you like
proud
to
of the
explain
design of
it?
those actions.
You
It's
wouldn't
just
describe it as a factory pattern?
no. It's just generics. It's just inheritance.
Okay. Okay. I think you should be very proud of those actions. I'm not saying anything against them. I describe it as factory because it's like, we have like a main, I guess inheritance is what it is. I guess I'm just thinking of factory.
Well, a factory
Because you
pattern,
basically just have.
yeah, I mean, we're not generating any new objects. It's just inheritance.
Right. Yeah. I was just thinking about how we, have the main action and then we break it up into different actions. And I was considering that like the factory, but it's just, I'm using terms that don't mean what they mean. Speaking of which, whenever we did an event yesterday, we discovered a beer that while we were doing this event that was based on a tech company. And Carter, I'll tell you more about that off stream, just in case you're curious. Yeah, and it wasn't half bad. That was all I had. I don't have anything else. We could swap screens. I
mean, you can watch me make a Solidify action wheel event.
Solidify action wheel. I'm sorry I offended you. I didn't know.
See, I think factory patterns in general are overrated.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, factory patterns get used when you don't need a factory pattern. Same with same with a lot of those design patterns, but yeah, they get overused.
I mean, and I get it. A lot of the work that I do now, they talk about factory patterns a lot. And in a lot of those cases, it's kind of the same thing, where we end up doing more inheritance than we end up doing factory patterns. And that it seems like that's actually what's, I guess, more useful. I don't know. Unfortunately, I had a design patterns class. There was not very many design patterns taught in that class. I don't remember what that class was actually on, other than it having like a big team project. And at the end of it, they brought in a guest, and he would ask us what design patterns we used, and we would look at him blankly. So I don't know. I did look up a lot of design patterns for Unity when I started learning it, but it just came up things like object pooling and singletons, and it's kind of like, that's not what I meant. I was looking for things more like, model view controller. Right. How do you do that in Unity? And you and I have discussed this plenty.
Events. You need events. Yeah, we didn't have we didn't have a design pattern class in college.
Really?
No, we had algorithm analysis where we broke it down. That's probably the closest you could get.
I mean, you did a lot of self-study and self-work.
Oh yeah. I bought the Gang of Four book, which is like the golden standard for design patterns.
I don't even think I've heard of that.
I think it's just called Object-Oriented Design Patterns. It's a big blue book, but it's got four well-known computer science doctors. I assume they're all doctorates. They all collaborated on it, so it's known as colloquially
the Elite Four.
Yeah, they're just called the Gang of Four book. There's a compiler's book called the Dragon book.
That's cool.
Stuff gets named based on what it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. The only book that I read that kind of prepared me more for what we're doing that wasn't school related, so it was outside of that, was the Just Shell's game design book, which you've heard me talk a lot about. It's a book called The Art of Game Design, and he basically talks about all the different games that he worked on. He worked on some rides at Disney World and other things that turned out to be big games, and how they made them, how they designed them. lots of concepts, which is usually what I'm thinking about whenever we're doing like balancing. I'm trying to think of a good quote for the Necromancer. I don't know. Is that Chris? Are you still in stream? Do you have a good quote? I don't know if he's still there. How about you, Carter? Do you have anything?
See, if he's supposed to be bringing back dead champions, I really like just like, hi, welcome back.
What hi, welcome back. It's me again.
Okay, I am overwriting some stuff in the action wheel. So just
okay.
Try not to.
Ribbit the Dead. Ribbit the Dead. Is that a reference to something? I don't get it.
If it is, I don't know the reference.
Yeah, I don't know the reference either. Is it supposed to be like Raise the Dead?
You know what? The chat didn't show up on screen.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was waiting to see if Chris put in another message to see if it popped up on stream. Okay. Where's the Dead? All right. I think now I guess let me test it before I start saying stuff. I think now the Dark Freeze Frog is going to be done, so I'm going to go ahead and close that ticket.
Okay, nice.
Did you push the change that you just made?
No, it's not. It doesn't work. Like I'm still in the middle of making the change.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and make mine. I'm going to go ahead and commit.
Okay. Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
I have a lot of assembly stuff that changed. Let me close Unity. I usually close Unity before I make commits. Do you do the same thing?
I close Unity. No, only when I pull.
Only when you pull. Okay. I usually close Unity whenever I make a commit, and I think it's. I wonder if something's changed. Oh no, these are all build. These are all build files.
Yeah. Don't.
Yeah, I'm not going to commit those.
Oh, do you have a different build folder than me?
I have a build folder called BULD because I misspelled build once.
That's the same one.
Yeah, I don't know who misspelled it. It might have been me. It might have been you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. But I've been using that. Let's see. I need to make sure I'm using the ID.
I hate this so much. I'm making a function called can solidify.
Can solidify. Before you know, you'll be making a function and an object called empty solidify. All right. So next, I wanted to. By the way, Carter, can I move playtest to done?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think we'll. It's definitely not the last playtest we'll ever do, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What else do we have? I'm gonna pull damage numbers back to in progress. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can fix up what we have. Damage numbers. By the way, it's wild to me that Chris, thank you for responding. It's wild to me that you're here because on my side it's only saying that we've got one person watching. I thought it was me.
Oh yeah, I'm watching it too. I thought it was me.
Maybe it doesn't show us. I mean, I'm watching from.
Yeah, I'm logged in as us.
I'm not. I'm logged in as my like private YouTube account, which is weird to me.
I don't know.
Wild. Oh. I need to do more like information sharing to like get more people interested in, you know, us working on the game and doing things. Because I could probably bounce around a few Discords and talk to people and talk about like, hey, come check out the stream that we're doing. We're making a game.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
It's kind of what I was thinking. Like, I've got a lot of people I could have messaged and said, "Hey, come watch our stream."
Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to. I think I'm going to try and do it like. It feels so disingenuous to just make a lot of posts and then like not say anything. I like to like talk to people and chat with people and kind of hopefully build some sort of connections. But yeah, we'll see. I think it'll be easier the more and more that we plan to do these. Plus, it's not like for anyone else, we don't have a stream schedule. At least not right now. We've kind of agreed to stream like once a month. Which I don't know. I guess we'll see how often or however we decide to do it. I mean, so far I really enjoy it. It's been an easy way to just sit down, work on the game, you know, talk about stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be doing this if we decided to sit down and work on the game, regardless of whether or not we were streaming. Right.
By the way, I mentioned it earlier, but I didn't do it yet. I'm going to I'm going to log into V-Rising now.
I'm getting way off topic of this stream. Did we ever upgrade the heart to level 4?
Heart to level 4. Yeah, it needs silver ingots now.
Ah, okay.
I can't play V-Rising and play Hexane at the same time because my library is in use. You gotta be kidding me.
Well, we're done playtesting. You could go offline on Steam on your main PC.
Yeah, but like I was gonna test some like local things. Maybe it should still work. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely work. I hardly ever have Steam open when I work on it.
All right, so now I'm gonna work on trying to get those the damage numbers to show up whenever we do all of our other effects.
Oh hey, I found another bug. If you want to add something to your list,
sure. I'll add whatever this list.
When the client builds a water tile, the server has no idea. So we need to just turn that into a Yeah, we just need to
turn that into a network
RPC,
thing.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets real confusing real quick. Like, can you see my screen? I somehow made a dark blue water tile by stealing what the server thought was a regular tile.
Hold on, let me see. You made a dark blue. Oh, wait.
It's very strange.
Can you show me the other screen again?
So the client built a water tile here, and then from the server, I stole it because the server thought it was just a regular tile.
Okay.
It went dark blue for some strange reason. Now,
okay.
if I make this water, what huh? Yeah,
Okay.
it's not happy.
We're also going to have a little bit of flip flop between whether or not I'm assuming that you can't steal on a water tile. It has to be a normal tile, and there has to be nothing on it.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. It's making me play the freaking tutorial in V-Rising because this is the first time I've used it on this computer.
That's strange. You would think it would
just
like Steam Sync. Although my early access game doesn't know when you build water, so I can't complain.
It's all right. My early access game can't get your Steam ID yet. So for everyone else at home, we've been playing a game called V-Rising, which is a vampire survival game, and we've been playing on a PvP server. And PvP is only active for a certain amount of time, which means that we could be attacked during the stream. Because that's when PvP is active. So I will be sitting on the side looking at chat for a different game and making sure that we're not about to get raided. PvP opens in 3 minutes. I looked at my wrist like I had a watch.
I recently started wearing my Apple Watch again.
I need to charge mine. Mine's been like just dead on the counter for like a month.
Yeah, that's what mine was. It was just ever since we moved in December, it's been sitting there dead. I just charged it this week. Weird. It's doing all sorts of strange stuff that I don't know how it's happening, which is kind of fun. I made a bright red water tile somehow.
A bright red water tile? Maybe it's is it all like, it's trying to do the, I'm assuming it's all the hue changes that we made.
Yeah, I think that is what's happening. It's applying the color to the water shader.
Almost immediately, a siege golem is being summoned in V-Rising, but it does not appear to be outside of our window. I'm just peering out our window. Interesting. I have a on the map for some reason. There's a bunch of what looks like my dead body, and it says you dropped loot here, here, and here. I don't think I did.
Oh, strange.
Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, I only saw one siege golem. so far, and it doesn't look like it's coming to us. Also, somehow I logged out of Steam on my laptop. Oh, a siege goal got summoned and then Castle PvP turned on because it wasn't even on yet. Wow. Okay.
I guess they're
doing the pre-summoning.
Yeah.
Communication with the server was lost. No. Great. Now everyone's gonna see me struggle to log in again. I promise y'all I'm gonna work. We're doing things.
I'm gonna be out of tickets by the time.
You'll be out of tickets. I'm definitely not gonna be out of tickets. I have plenty of stuff that I need to work on. I have plenty of stuff that I need to work on this this week, and that includes some UI changes. Just hoping to get these two done today. And we got a lot of good, like we were saying earlier, we got a lot of good data from the testing that will just make it a ticket instead of going to our backlog. And I'm hopeful that most of the states are small.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything that sounded like a core
crazy
issue. It was, seemed pretty straightforward.
All right, I'm back on. We Gucci. Let's keep moving. Just gotta keep looking over right now. So, Carter, do you think I should just put it in the event controller, or do you think I should make another controller? I mean, it's technically an event, right?
What are you putting in the? What are you doing?
It's the damage numbers.
No, I don't think that's a new event at all, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, effect, not event controller, effect.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could probably put it in the effect controller.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I really threw you off.
I get nervous when you start talking about touching those events.
All right, I'm gonna try and get it to match the best thing. I'm gonna call it damage effect, or do you think I should call it like damage number effect?
I think damage number effect makes more sense. Because we might at some point want to do an effect on the thing that took damage.
You know, I can't look out of one of our windows because we've got a blood press in the way. Need to move that. If I would have been smart, I would have. Huh?
We probably only need to look out the front door, right? There's no.
Well, yeah, there's no other entrance. We have 2 windows above our front door, or 3 windows above our front door. So when it's PvP night, I just open the windows and sit in front of them, so I can look out and see if we're about to be attacked. Which I don't know. Those weird deaths are gone. I don't know why that was there earlier. Interestingly enough, though, Carter, do you remember where Jordan's old base was?
Yeah, off to the
Off in the snow area.
Yeah.
He his castle's gone.
It probably timed out.
Well, no, I think he took it down because he built the one next to us, right? But wait, what happened to the castle next to us? Did he? Carter's no longer a castle next to us.
Okay.
He the last time that I was on, Jordan had built this big warehouse castle that was right next to us, and he used it for servants.
Okay.
And I don't see it on the map anymore.
Did it get raided?
There wouldn't have been any time to raid in between now, right? There's no time to raid Friday night, right?
That's a good point, yeah.
Did he just forget to put blood in it?
He very well may have forgotten to put blood in it.
Oh my god, he's gonna be so mad. So anyway, I was looking at where his old castle was, the one in the winter area, and someone's built their castle there now.
Oh, interesting. It's strange how much is being built and destroyed.
Right, like repeatedly.
Right. Like you wouldn't think there would be that many newcomers to the server.
Well, as far as I understand it, it makes sense for a PvP that, like, as the server goes on, more people join it over time because other PvP servers will be wiped in the meantime. Presumably that they don't get all wiped at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
So then, like, if you play V-Rising a lot, when your server gets wiped, you might jump to a new one, right?
Yeah, but I feel like the closer this one gets to wipe day, the
like, why would you join?
Expect people? Yeah. Why would you?
Well, I mean, do you know how much time we have left?
Yeah, like a month and a half.
Yeah, we have 35 days. So, not much longer before it's done. Donezo. I think there's no reason to set up another listener for this. Just both. Let's try that. And then I'll just do this. I guess while we're doing this, Carter, did you have a particular time that you wanted to wrap up stream and development? I'm not looking to do it right now. I'm just saying. Time frame.
No, I don't think I have a specific time. I mean, I'm kind of thinking maybe we wrap up the stream as a whole around 10-ish.
Okay, that works. Let me see if I can get this implemented then. We're going to do lightning development now.
I get to make things sync VARs.
Fun.
Yeah. I was hoping this would be easy, but it's not.
Yeah. Did everyone listening hear the excitement in his voice when he said that? That tells you it's fun. Oh, I don't know if it matters to anybody, but uh, I believe the Legends of Phonado stream that I was in, that I participated in on Wednesday, will be airing soon. I believe it will be airing on, I don't know what day it'll be, because I don't know what day they'll decide to air it, but we had technical difficulties, and it was recorded, and then we will be putting up the recording soon. I say we, it's not me, it's not us at all. Handled by Constructed Chaos. But we did record it, so hopefully you enjoy the recording. We just unfortunately ran into some issues during that time. And thank you very much to everyone at Constructed Chaos for allowing me to take part in the stream. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, I name dropped them earlier when I was talking about, putting a link out in the Discord. Yeah, in their Discord.
Yeah, we should include a link in our description to their channel.
Oh yeah.
Just because we keep mentioning them.
Yeah. Which if anyone's watching doesn't know, Constructed Chaos, they do a lot of D&D related content, and it's all very nice, very wonderful. They make a lot of really informative videos, really informative shorts, and they do a lot of D&D live streaming, I believe most Wednesdays. And it's all really fun. They're very nice people. It's super fun to be able to hang out with them and talk with them about different things. We do our own D&D game internally, which will be coming around again very soon. In fact, I need to put out announcements for a D&D game.
Remind me again, sync files don't work from client to server, right?
Sync files are supposed to be synced for everyone. They're basically like very basic RPCs handled at a very generic level.
So if the client drives a change to the sync var, the server sees it? I don't think that's the case, right?
I don't know if that's the case either. I think sync vars might have some sort of protection level on how something like that changes, but they're supposed to be synced. Like, if you make a change to a sync var, you're not supposed to have to do RPCs around it to have to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's all a sync var is. It's just when the value gets changed, you do the RPC.
So I Googled it. It is only server to client. The other direction
does only. Not work. Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah, but yeah, it is a client RPC, but
right. It's just a client RPC, not a command back.
Right.
If anyone's been watching my screen and you're wondering why I'm just wheeling through everything, it's because, man, do I need to clean this up and find out where the hell I put the damage effect. It's not this. Damage indicator? Yeah, this is it. Okay. God. I had it in animation. It's hardly an animation. Okay. So previously, the damage number kind of did all the stuff on its own. It didn't have like, it didn't do everything on its own past it. So I'm just trying to think about what I have to do to make it more generic. You said I can get damage from the hex.
No, you can get it from the action. Those events send you the action and the hex.
Right here. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I can run.
Yeah, which I will switch back to your screen. You're probably working on more interesting stuff than I am right now.
I would not say that. They're just gonna watch me try to like figure out what I'm doing. Yeah. Is there like a? Do I do like a get component on the action to get like damage action? Or no, maybe
No,
I'll
you
do
could cast it.
type.
I would check the type, and then basically if the type is damage or
we already checked the type for damage right here.
Well, yeah, then just cast it to a damage action.
Damage. I don't know if we're doing this right.
As soon as I get this octopus in this slot, I'll look at your screen.
It's a new sentence, everyone.
Let's see.
No new siege golems, by the way. Everything's quiet on the western front.
You were not doing that correctly.
Yeah.
In the parentheses, you want, what is the name of that type? Actions. You want just damage. Just the word. Yeah, just the word damage. Then just A. So that's going to cast it to damage, and then you need, I guess, what the damage was.
Yes. Like
so
how much?
Wrap that whole thing in parentheses, and then do dot damage to get the damage member.
Gotcha. Okay.
The word damage is used a lot, but yeah.
Hey, damage is one of those words that the more you look at it, the more it doesn't look like a word.
Yes.
Like damage. Guys, it's late. What can I say? Tired. All right. So.
The fact that this is not working is infuriating.
What's that?
I half of it works. I take ownership of the water tile, but I can't, for whatever reason, convert it to not be a water tile. And I have to assume it's the same.
Say that again.
Yeah. So when I try to convert the water tile, it's supposed to do two things. It converts it from water to land, and then also takes ownership of the tile. And for whatever reason,
paving it does both.
Yes. So solidifying a water tile both takes ownership of it and turns it back into grass.
Okay.
And only the ownership taking part is working for whatever reason.
So it just becomes your pile of water.
Yes.
Okay. Which, for all intents and purposes, does nothing.
And owner is not a Singfar, so I don't know how the hell that's happening. I won't question it.
Okay. To be honest with you, I don't have anything valuable to add to that.
Yeah, no, I'm mostly just complaining.
All right. Oh, remind me later. I have something not stream related to talk to you about. Please remind me.
Okay.
By the way, for everyone who cares, still no Siege Golem. We looking good.
Have you ever seen that video of that guy that wired up stuff in Rust to his house? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No and no, because I'm going to be 100% transparent with you. 100%. I consider myself like a big game guy. I love learning about games any way I can. Documenting games, like trying to figure out what makes games cool. I've never seen one clip of Rust.
So Rust is a survival game built on the premise that the server gets wiped.
Oh, so like what we do.
Yeah, basically. And so it also has a raid component, but most servers are not like V-Rising. It's just like a free-for-all all the time. You can get raided. And there's this video of this guy that he hooked up like server messages in Rust to physical things in his house. So at like 2 a.m., if he started getting raided, like sirens would go off in his house and he'd jump on his computer.
That's really funny. So like, did he just have like another account with another thing that was always in Rust, or is there some API that he can pull from Rust?
No, he was just constantly had the game up.
Oh, okay. Man, that's really cool. Though. I mean, he'd have to be pulling from something, right? Even if the game was up.
Oh yeah, I don't know how he got the server messages.
Yeah, maybe it's like a screen scrape, like all the time.
That seems way too difficult.
Yeah,
so you'd have to OCR messages.
Right. I don't know. I could understand if it was his server. Do you know what I mean? Like if he was running his own server, he'd be able to pull whatever he wants from it. He'd be able to check server messages easily. But if you're playing the game, a new siege goal.
I would say we should check the other castle up north, but there's nothing in it.
Unless Jordan put all their silver there, which we know Jordan. Jordan plays V-Rising with us. We know that Jordan went and got us a bunch of silver. We just don't know where it is. I think it's in our castle, in our main one.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all we know. We haven't made anything with it, which, to be honest, we probably should have, because if we made weapons, they can't be taken from us. But unused silver can, and it will be taken from us. Okay, I was editing damage action itself. I need to remove, or no, it's the attack action. I need to remove this line.
I will be right back, briefly.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my one-man solo part of the stream. Wait, you didn't leave yet?
I was trying to turn off my camera so you didn't have me walking around in the background.
Yeah. Did you put it on me?
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to turn off my camera on this scene and then show your screen.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'll be right back.
Oh, Chris, I just saw your message about going to bed. I hope you have a good night. Yep. And see you later. That might have been late. I'm sorry. I was looking at the siege golem. I was looking for the siege golem. Hello everyone. Welcome to my one-person stream, solo section. It's not one person, obviously. It's lovely that you're all here. If you're watching this, I don't know what you would say, post-stream? I would say posthumously, because then You know, that doesn't make any sense. The stream didn't die, or does it? Because it's considered live when you turn it on. So is it posthumously dead after the stream is going? These are all good questions, and there's no one here to answer. But thank you for being here and listening, especially if you caught this section. We're going to do a little bit of a test. We're going to see if we get some damage numbers to pop up on my end real quick. We have something called network development, one of our scenes. So we have two different kinds of scenes that people are allowed to play with. We have a network development scene where we can do all of the more minor things to see if we can get them work. And then we do bigger tests where we are able to connect across Steam and see if that works, which is what you saw at the beginning of this stream. So I have the person on the left being the host and the person on the right being the client. Generically, that's not really a word. It picks a random, or not random, it picks these preset colors for either side, and it uses a preset deck that we built. So it doesn't pull from anything that's already there. Settings like player preferences, it's kind of hard-coded in our network development because we're just testing things over the network, making sure we're using Mirror correctly. So real quick, we're going to roll some dice. What we're trying to see is we're trying to see some damage happen. So I didn't get a very good build. I'm kind of just building my way there. But I'm going to throw down a Night Frog. Right? We'll go to the other side, trying not to be too competitive, just doing a test. I'm going to put that build down. Get another Night Frog. All right, and then what we should see is when the Night Frog attacks this Night Frog, we should see a heart emblem that moves away and then fades, and that heart emblem should have the number of damage that we did. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. That is not what we were supposed to see.
I came back to see just a glorious, glorious crash.
That is not what you're supposed to see. I explained what you're supposed to see. That is a crash. I don't know. We might want to clip that.
Not only did it not crash, the opposite side is still playing, which
the opposite side's still playing, which is weird. And well, they can't do anything because we can't advance at all.
Right.
Oh, duh. I didn't give the effect manager the prefab it was supposed to use. Man, Carter, you missed. I had this glorious diatribe going. I'm kind of proud of it.
It sounded like quality entertainment whenever I got back.
Oh, did you? I don't know about that. But when you left, I said, for anyone who watches the stream posthumously, and I was like, can you say that? Because the stream's not really dead, but the stream is considered live when it's happening, so it doesn't mean it dies when it's over. Quality content.
I like to think that they're just watching it from heaven or something. They're a posthumous, not the stream.
I got to watch you laugh like as you thought through that on the stream. But anyway, and then you caught that crash happening.
Which I
guess
I
stream of.
I stepped away to grab my dog, so if she barks, I apologize. She's got to freak out at some point.
It's all good. I was just doing very stream of consciousness work in the moment. Our effects controller doesn't. Our effects controller isn't a prefab.
Probably not. Or I unpacked it at some point.
All right. I think that'll work. Let's give it a shot. I have to go into the. Wait, I'm doing edits to network development. Is that cool? I guess we're both are.
Yeah, we're both in network development, but that should be okay. Hopefully.
Very iffy, okay.
Yeah, because I just realized I also added items to the scene. We'll figure it out.
All right, let's see. Do we crash? Episode 2. No, we don't, but we saw the damage number. And we saw it fade, but it was actually in the hex. That didn't look too good. Let's look at it again. Oh wait, no, this is 2 damage. I gotta swap. Yeah, that's not exactly what we want. Because I think what we're doing is we're giving it the exact position, and it needs to be offset a little bit. And I think previously we were already offsetting it. Let's see. Everyone got to see the pause button. Okay. Yeah, because I'm just giving it the position when we really want to position slightly to the top right. How was I doing it previously? I'll just give it that play damage tag. Oh yeah, and it happens all here. Okay. Because it was all happening in the champion. I gotta remove it from the champion.
All right, I fixed my bug. I don't know what I did, but it works now.
Hey, it's Constructed Chaos. Joined in on the stream. Hey, what's up? We were just talking about y'all. We just mentioned that we need to include y'all in the description. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I haven't been checking. I've been checking if we've been getting raided. I come back and the castle's gone. All right, no, we still good. Yeah, man, that's what we needed. You just missed a really good bug. Is there a way that we can make clips from stream? I mean, people make clips from stream all the time. Do they just rewatch it, or is there like a way that we can snip things out?
I can manually make a clip. on Twitch, there definitely is. I don't know about YouTube though.
There's got to be. I mean, the Constructed Chaos was showing me some of their clips whenever I was a guest for Legend of Hanato. They've got some really funny stuff. There was a guy. There's a clip button that YouTube added recently. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I don't remember what his name was, but there was a guy who basically really like got into character for some stuff. Really, some great like deadpan humor. Chaos might be able to tell us what the clips were, or if they give me another. Actually, I might just share it with you later. Yeah, that's probably what we'll end up doing too. Probably just going in and manually making the clips. It wouldn't be a bad idea to do that and try to pass them around on the little social media sites that we have. Let's see if I can fix this up.
Oh, I just found an interesting game problem.
What's that?
So if I allow you to steal the hexagon that you converted from water to grass, then it's super dangerous for you to build water in your own territory. Because I could conceivably steal your water in your territory, and then because you're now neighboring, like you own something that neighbors other hexagons, you can steal a bunch of hexagons from that water. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay, you want to?
So you're saying if you?
Because I can just.
Well, wait. Is it? All right. Yeah. Show it to me. Show it to me.
I can just. I'll switch to
visualize it. Yeah, Chaos, Sam is awesome. Carter, you haven't gotten to meet him yet, but I hope you do at some point. Maybe we'll have some sort of joint thing. Y'all are kind of in opposite directions.
Okay, so if I build a bunch of territory and then build water deep in my territory right here, and then from the client.
Oh, okay. That must be why I couldn't remember his name. All right, so I'm watching. You build. Okay. Are you saying you can build it from a distance or steal it?
And now I can steal stuff next to it because the rule is you can steal whatever's touching one of your tiles.
Carter, did our text on screen just come back?
Oh yeah, it's
just in and out.
It's iffy. Yeah.
So, okay, I have a question for you. Well, is there no that's not the case for everything, though. Is there no reason we can't have it be the same way where it's only water tiles that are next to tiles you own?
So the only reason I didn't do that is because it's going to be very difficult to build to a water tile. So for example, let's say I surround my castle with water tiles here. Okay. And I go like 3 layers deep. Right. So like if you can see my mouse, like all this is water.
Right. Okay.
In order to build out, basically you have to have like twice as much build as they do, because they can just reconvert stuff into water. Does that make sense? Like it's just going to be a race of building water at some point.
I don't know. I don't think I'm still seeing it clearly at this point, because if you're building water out, like a race, see who can build the most water, you can so you'll always have your tower space. No one can take your tower space away from you, or spaces that you've built champions on.
Right.
If you are building from or out of those zones, okay, as long as you're touching water, you should be able to take it over and build it. And you will always be able to take over water faster than they can build water, because it takes 2.
So we should rebalance that then.
Okay. What? Okay.
So the current cost is, if you own a tile and the tile is active, it costs 1 build to convert it to water.
Yes.
Okay. If you don't own a tile and it is water, it costs 2 build to both make it not water and own it.
Okay, I mean, is that your suggestion, or is that what it's currently?
Well, so that's what it currently is, which means it's cheaper to make water than it is to steal water back. Right. So I guess what I'm saying is you end up in a build race where one person is basically just barricading by building water faster than you can convert it. Which, I mean, that might be a legitimate strategy. It's kind of a weird.
That is kind of weird. But so, all right, let's go back to one of our first things. So our first thing was, currently we have this bug that you're allowed to take over water wherever it is. I mean, we don't want that for end result, right? We want water to only be able to be bought and take it over when you're near it.
Well, so I did that on purpose to try to circumvent the issue of, being in a water race, but I didn't think of this scenario. So either way, it's going to have to change. Okay.
I mean, we can change the values. The tweaking of the values is something we can do for game development issues. And I mean, we've had a lot of, if you're a pirate, it is not a bad feature. Yeah, we have a few champions in our game. We might eventually have some other piratey kind of champions. I'm thinking, Carter, I realized the other day, we don't have any crab champions, and that is going to change.
That's a problem.
So we have a few champions in our game who can turn water tiles into normal tiles, and some of them, I believe, can even move on the water tiles. Or they're not supposed to, right? Maybe we might have them be able to move on the water tiles.
So
okay, cool. Yeah.
Like the standard frog can jump, right? So he could conceivably, if there was one water tile, he could jump over it.
Right, but some of the ones who like, I think the Soctopus and the Ice Frog are able to freeze it, not necessarily walk on top of it.
Right.
This may cause us to do some rebalancing later. I think if we can, we should try and start with being able to handle it like normal. We build if we're next to it. And then if we run into issues, we can tweak some of the values and try and come up with a better idea. We may eventually, the water tile started as a way for us to show that you can build obstacles and kind of shape the terrain on your own.
Right.
And that's a big challenge on its own. But we only did the water tile as kind of like a temporary. You know what I mean? I think we should
wanted walls and stuff.
Yeah, and we might eventually get back to that. I think we should keep the water for now, try to work with this and see what we can. If it becomes like a wall, then people have the option to just tear it down with their champions. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, because actually that's significantly better than water, right? Because if the walls had health, anything can remove it.
Exactly, and that's kind of what I think we were thinking when we first started building obstacles was maybe we build maybe we build walls, maybe we build barricades, because maybe not barricades, barracks, because we might only want champions to be summoned next to things you build eventually.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of play testing, and we're kind of slowly working our way through it. But I totally get what you mean. Carter, it is now 9:41. Let's see if we can hurry up and finish, and then we can do you still want to do a round of our wind down game?
Yeah, we can still do a round of something.
All right. By the way, while we were doing that, another siege golem has been summoned, but thankfully our castle still stands.
The unfortunate thing is we're going to end this stream, and I'm just going to, like a crazy person, stare out of a virtual window.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get me some water and just sit there looking out my window, making sure people aren't attacking my castle. Chaos, we're playing a game called V Rising, and they do a PvP window for 2 hours twice a week, and it's Saturday and Sunday. And we ended up streaming at the same time that PvP opened, so we're trying to make sure no one's attacking our castle. All right, let's see.
All right, my ticket's done. It works exactly how we just discussed. Yeah. I mean, I had it in my pocket. I just had to copy it over.
Damn it, yeah, you did that fast.
And I made a client RPC. We should maybe have another ticket to clean up all these errors that aren't actually errors.
Yeah. We will probably end up having tickets for things like that eventually. That might be part of our code cleanup tickets. Or they might get their own. I think they're probably significant enough to get their own.
Yeah, they probably need their own.
Yeah.
You already pushed something recently, huh?
Yes.
Sorry, I know I'm distracting you from finishing your ticket.
No, you're good. I'm both doing this and I'm trying to check chat at the same time. I was reading Chaos said that we should burn down their castle. It'll take the win from the sales. I don't know. Is that talking about V Rising or is that talking about our game? Because we kind of have these little tower homes for basically where people are, like, their base. That might be something to play around with again later too, though. We talked about walls and buildings. We might want to try to work on some more build options eventually, but they're kind of all things that I consider post alpha. I think we're doing our big plan right now is doing a lot of that tune up, trying to make sure that we can get a game that's working out to people, and then working on those fix ups once we've gotten some more details from them. Let's see.
All right. Tag, you're it. I pushed my changes now, so now if there's a merge conflict, it's your problem.
Deal with it. Why don't you, while I'm trying to fix this out, why don't you entertain for a moment? Maybe tell people about what game we'll be playing and what we'll be doing. Because I gotta go and get the controller.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same. Yeah, we're playing Rocket League. That's the extent of my entertainment.
Yeah, I was about to say, there we go.
Yeah, there's nothing to say about Rocket League. Although I did just hit I'm a little ashamed. I'm pretty sure I hit like Diamond 3 on Hoops.
On Hoops? Is that what we're playing today?
No. We'll play regular Rocket League. Although they recently had this this mode with like spikes. I don't know what they called it. Yeah, Constructed Chaos says he tried Rocket League one time and he's not coordinated enough.
That's just my life. Playing Rocket League. This man's a man. I was telling Alexis, I was like, we're gonna play Rocket League because we're picking a game that we know Carter's good at. Like, you didn't just win Battlegrounds on stream last time.
That's true. Although that was like only the third or fourth win I've had, like first place win I've had.
Throw me up the wall. That wasn't your only first place win, was it?
No, it was like maybe my third first place win.
Okay.
I tend to get second place a lot.
Yeah, I'm the champion at fourth place.
But Rocket League is a whole nother animal. That's the only game I played for multiple years. It's also the only game I've bought 3 times.
Not even. I've told this story to you plenty of times. I bought Rainbow Six Siege on every platform it exists on. If they add it to the Switch, I'm legally obligated to buy it.
Oh, were you looking at Discord when Chris started the panic around Siege shutting off all their servers?
I don't remember this.
Yeah, so this was like a couple weeks ago. He posted a TikTok that was a screenshot of a tweet.
Okay.
Saying that,
strong.
Right. Saying that at the end of last season, because like the new season started a couple weeks ago, but at the end of that season, they were going to shut down their servers, all the Siege servers. And just your family Discord with all your cousins in it went crazy.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm moving this guy. He doesn't need to move. All right, guys. I know we promised you a Rocket League. It's gonna happen, whether or not. There we go. Wrong number, but it worked, baby. Wrong number. Did you see that?
Number. No, I'm
Yeah,
still
watch.
looking at my screen. Let me switch to you.
Yeah. Let me know when you got it up.
Yeah, it's up.
All right. Wrong number. Let's go.
Weird.
I know what it is. I know
do
what it
too.
is. Yep. Well, I think that's probably good enough. I don't need to fix it on stream. I'll fix it after. But that actually came with a unique fix too, Carter, because now I'm not tying it to the hex or the champion itself. So the damage stays after the thing has died.
Oh, right.
So I think that's a much cleaner effect this time. I just need to fix it up just that little bit more. But all right, I'm going to go run and get the controller. It's time for your solo soliloquy. Be right back.
Oh, it's my turn now. Yeah, I am unfortunately not capable of talking to camera.
Hey, I'm back.
Hello, welcome back.
Thank you. We had a chair cam for a bit.
Oh, and I more or less sat here in silence, like freshman homecoming.
It made you didn't have to hit it with the freshman homecoming at the end. You could have just left it at that. Now that makes me want to do a different clip where it's the one clip of me like monologuing forever and then me being like, all right, it's your turn. And then it's just silence.
I recently did some achievement hunting in Rocket League, and one of the achievements was you had to use like a specific car with a topper or an antenna or something. I don't remember what it was, but I made this god awful thing.
Hold on, I can't see it. Whoa. All right, that was terrible. What is that?
That's the car I made only to get the achievement.
So is that what the achievement was tied to?
Yeah, it was something like you had to beat so many bosses on unfair mode or something. Or not
Unfair
bosses, sorry,
mode.
bots. Yeah, unfair bots is just they give you more bots than you.
So, like 3 other siege golems got summoned when I wasn't looking.
Oh, jeez.
And none of them are at us, as far as I could tell. But a blood moon happened, and I had a panic attack. So, unfortunately for everyone else, I can't check V Rising while we're playing Rocket League. So we're just gonna hope and pray that we don't get attacked, and you will know next stream. Because I will not shut up about it if that happens. All right, I gotta log in. Sorry if we're gonna run a little late, Carter. Think we can get...
No, that's no problem.
I've come equipped with a Fresca. ASMR.
Yeah, no, I'm currently waiting for Caitlin to get home. So I've got all the time in the world. I thought I'd be eating spaghetti at 10.
Dude, we had spaghetti yesterday. We had barbecue spaghetti.
Barbecue spaghetti with barbecue sauce in it? What does that mean?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes. It had both barbecue meat and barbecue sauce in it. There was just also spaghetti noodles. Nothing?
I don't
expecting
know.
more.
I mean, it sounds not good.
It wasn't good for you, I'll tell you that, but it was delicious. Weird, I can't join you on Steam. Doesn't give me the option.
Maybe it's because I am. Here, I'm gonna turn off our screen here and I'll. Try to invite you. Did you get an invite?
Yep. Oh yeah, maybe it's because of the whole like Epic takeover thing. Doesn't work well.
Oh
with
yeah,
Steam,
maybe. That is quite possible.
All right, let's go. Let's do this. Coffee Phantom Games #1.
Oh, we should make a clan. Coffee Phantom Games clan.
That's pretty good. So, for anyone who's here right now, we have famously, traditionally,
our one other stream.
yes, well, not just our stream, but traditionally we end a lot of our events with a chill game of something. Usually it's been, oh, okay, see you later, and say hello for me, Chaos. We traditionally we play a game to relax a little bit after any one of our events, whether or not we're, just chilling or working on something. And it has been a while since I played this game.
You and me both.
I feel slower. Oh, jeez. All
I'll
right.
take it. That was bizarre.
Oh,
nice.
Damn. That was my fault. I wasn't even there.
I was there.
I
I
was
just
just
didn't
looking
think
at
they
the
were going
ball.
to make that. That was a really good shot.
That was a good
Impressed.
shot. We're getting paired against good people. I think this one's you.
I don't have any boost.
What? Did you see all of that?
Yeah.
That was crazy. I mean, that was like a solo setup and shot all together.
I have to assume maybe
And
is it, I don't know how they do
I
NMR. I wonder if I'm like
I think you're
bringing
bringing
it up.
up. Yeah, I think you are. Yeah, because I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, because usually when we play with Josh, it's like a bit more evenly matched, damn it. I was so close.
I think that's because Josh has played this a lot more than I have. Alright. Like, I used to play with him, but it was always, like, casually.
Yeah, they're juggling and stuff. That's,
Yeah, like,
yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, you good. Damn. Sorry.
Too high.
That was good though. Oh, wow.
That was nice.
What? Oh, he's doing that air shot thing. Nice. Man. I am whiff after whiff after whiff. Just don't be streaming my screen.
I actually don't know who's.
It's you. It's you.
Okay.
Which, good to keep it that way.
I'm living in it. I can't even look at the OBS to figure out what's going on. All right, I'm gonna try to center. Nope. I'm bad.
If you're bad, I'm Brad.
Oh. I don't think we're coming back.
I was thinking that after the first one. God. Next game we're playing golf it.
Oh, I saw you picked up golf with friends.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, I got a thing telling me it was on sale because I have it wishlisted, and then when I clicked on it, you're playing it.
Yeah. Alexis, I had golf it. Alexis had golf with friends. One of those games was on sale, the other wasn't. So that's what we ended up getting. And then we spent most of this morning playing Civ. Which,
Oh, nice.
if your neighbor is ever Rome, just do yourself a favor and go to war with him at the beginning, because he's going to go to war with you later. He was my friend, and then he declared war on me.
Almost handed him a goal.
Oh my god, I just did. I hope we get some really insightful lobby chat from these people. Like at the end,
Yeah.
are we gonna get an easy? Like, come on. All right, okay, there we go.
Okay.
Dude, hold on. Where's the hold on, I got this. You have a nice shot. Where's the what a goal?
Great save.
Is not what a goal anymore, or is it what a save?
Oh, there's a what a save. Close one.
The other guy just like logged off, I guess.
That's gonna be centered for them.
Man.
Oh, I whiffed that. You know what pisses me off more than losing?
What?
The fact that our only goal was you.
Dude, what can I say? MVP, baby.
All right, are we calling
Let's
it, or are we
go.
doing one more?
No, we gotta do another one.
Okay.
We gotta do at least one more. We can't end it on that.
I'm gonna send us to the main menu so we don't play the same people.
Why not? Is there a reason? They seem fun.
I want to know what this knockout mode is. I'm gonna have to try that tomorrow.
We can find it out now.
I already put us in a game.
Okay, is it a normal game?
Yeah, it's just normal
Okay.
soccer.
Normal soccer. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna let you take this one.
Okay.
There's like a little heart that's in the way of some of the chat for me on my computer. I guess it said like an emoji thing.
Oh yeah, off to the right. Yeah.
Oh well, there went that AI. Did you see that?
Yeah, he just disappeared from existence.
No, he got turned into Grizzly, and he didn't know what he was driving towards. All right, I'll take it. All right, well, I could have hit it more straight on again.
Okay, wow.
Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah. I don't know how I missed that.
In my screen, you didn't miss it. You like hit it, but. Damn it.
Yeah, they're going to get that goal.
All right, I'm leaving to you. Oh wow!
I'll take
it, take it.
Oh wow, that was actually. I'm impressed.
I just collided against the wall.
Yeah,
damn.
That's not what I was doing there either. I wish Grizzly was still a bot.
We've just reached the part of the stream that's just us silently playing a game. Oh, darn it. No, you're good. I don't think I would have hit it anyway.
He confused me.
He's speaking his funny words, Magic Man. Nice hit. What's that quote? I like your funny words, Magic Man, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What's that from?
I have no idea.
Oh, speaking. Wow.
Damn. That was close. They're gonna. Oh, nice.
Nope. Well, all right, I got it like that. I'm just driving up here because I like it. Whoops.
Okay.
All right, that was. That was all me. And I'm very sorry. You would literally have been better playing by yourself.
Hit it.
Oh, no.
I should have told you what I was doing before I paused it.
I didn't know. I thought you were setting yourself up. So I was like, all right, I'll put myself in between them and the ball. And that was not the answer. Whoops.
No, that was one of those, like, I know what I'm doing, but I didn't say anything.
Man, all these fly shots, I can't do any of that. I can just hit
the goal
ball.
isn't very high, so it has to come down eventually. You just have to like read where it's going. That's gonna, oh no.
Yeah, I used to, whenever I played a long time ago, back when it was still on Steam, before like Epic stuff, I used to be able to do like crazier shots and things. I just played it a lot more. Of course. Alright, I don't think we're coming back.
I don't think we are. But I'm gonna try to keep it up.
No. Alright. Well, they didn't stick around, but it's okay because just like them, I think that's it for us.
Yeah.
So join us next time where we work on the game some more. It'll probably have progressed since the last time that you'd seen the stream, because we usually continue working on the game off stream. Then next time we'll either play some more Rocket League and we'll be significantly better at it, or we will play something else. So thank y'all very much for joining us, and we hope y'all have a lovely day and night. So that's it.
Yeah. And I guess one last thing, if you enjoyed the stream and feel like getting involved in the development or anything like that, our Discord link is in the description.
Yep. Please join us. Feel free to come hang out, talk with us, figure out and be a part of the development as we're working on the game.
Okay. Thanks for watching.
Yep. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.